Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Amorian Talk Show, and today I have an exceptional guest. She is a successful, strong lady that has changed her life through the past 3 years completely. And today we're going to ask her exceptional story. Maria Saladar. Maria, I can introduce you all your huge achievements, and I will right now, that you are a marketing guru, right? That the whole Eastern Europe benefited. I mean, millions of women, men, like people around the Europe benefited from your educational programs on marketing. And every time I hear your name, people are like, I had a course. I had her course. I went through her program. People associating you with a guru of marketing. And yesterday you shared with the English-speaking audience your expertise, which was incredible because today even our guest from another state, she told me like, I want to learn more. I want to have more information. I mean, we'll talk about your professional life a bit later, but right now, let's talk about you. Tell me your story, the story of Maria Saladar, how you became who you are right now.
Oh, wow. It's a complicated question, so you can guide me a bit. I was born in Ukraine in very simple family, so even maybe more than simple. We didn't we didn't have a house, home, apartment, so we used to live in. I don't know how to explain this. It's unexplainable. It's a post-Soviet kind of house where you have like one floor and like one kitchen for the floor, like for 10, 20 families. And then we moved to other apartment like this where we had like 9 floors and it was only one like shower for 9 floors and we used like to
like
shower.
Community shower, something like
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, and I don't want even like to delve deeper into details how it looks like and who was living in such a kind of community, not a high level fancy community, being honest. So it was like margin. So, but I grew up. I grew up okay. As any child, you never know if it's like proper childhood or not. I was glad I was a child. I was very curious child. I used to read a lot. So I grew up. Then then I started to work. I started to work early. I started to help my grandma on market when I was like 6, 7. So I was selling some berries, etc. When I turned 14, I went on the market to sell school stuff for other kids. So
that
it
was smart.
Yeah.
Your audience.
Yeah. And then I was working like as a waitress. So long way till I became marketer, as it's a marketing guru. So I started on the market, like selling.
So how did that attract you at the first place? How did you understand that this what I want to do, or this what I'm curious about? Because as you said, you're a curious child.
We just didn't have a money. It's so simple. So I never had like. I didn't knew at that point that you need to have your private apartment. You know, when you grow up in kind of community and you never saw somebody own their own like property, you never know. But I saw in the school that some kids, they like having like more food, they eating different food. We used to eat potato and that's it. So potato with potato, potato on breakfast, potato like midday, potato for supper. So, and I saw they having clothes and I like never had something new. So I want money. So I started to help my grandparents on the garden and they used to be farmers. So I was helping them, and then I would help them to sell everything. I was very cute seller, like, please, please, mister, I'm so exhausted. I won't go home. Please buy this strawberry. I get there's this strawberry by my own. Please, we are like a bit cheaper than all the neighbors, but please. It was like that. It's funny. All our family love to laugh about these stories, but I was selling, and money went to my pocket. And I remember when I was 6, I went to school. I bought my first jeans, something new. It was new experience for me. So I just started because I needed money. And when I was 12, 14, when I was working on the market as a waitress in the ice cream shop, I was doing ice cream by my own. I know like, it's not hard. So it was just a question. I was a teenager, and when you're a teenager, you want to have some
Cash.
yeah. So that's it.
Wow, that's incredible. Knowing where you right now and that story. Wow. And where was your breaking point when you decided to start doing that professionally at the university or?
When I went to university, I started to work as promoter. You know, like the person who is standing near the subway station with the like free lighters for people who smoke. Like, do you smoke? Why do you smoke these cigarettes? Buy this one, and I will give you free lighter. And it was a big company, Philip Morris. I don't know if I can tell this. You can cut it off.
Yeah.
I work as promoter in a big cigarette company, and I start to think what I'm doing here. Why do I do this? So I had this idea that switching one client from one brand will turn like in long tail and long outcome for the company I'm working for, which is called marketing.
Yeah.
So I start to think about marketing. I love the idea that like once you help company to switch somebody from other brand and they win so much, they have profits out of this. So I love the idea of marketing. I start to grow up as a promoter, as a hostess. Then I start to be supervisor. I managed other promoters, and then I just fall in love with marketing. That's it.
Love it. How your path towards the educational program start?
It was a long way. So I started to work in marketing really early when I was 17. So my first employee was my classmate. I know her from first day in school. She's still working with us, Alina. My second employee was my guy from the university as a third, fourth. So all these employees, I had them so early. And I never think that I have a company, I'm an expert. I was just doing what I'm liked. It was so like, I was adrenaline addictive. So
Empowered.
it was like so crazy. I was so happy. I was working like 20 hours per day, but the word flow.
Yeah, of
I was
course.
in the flow. Yes, it was a flow. But I never had this like self-esteem that I'm proper enough, I'm good enough to like to be a teacher, to be a speaker. I was like 18, 19, 20.
So as I know, you worked with the biggest speakers around the Eastern Europe, and you were just like 20, 21, just in your early 20s.
Yeah. And it wasn't something big because my first speaker, he was like great. I was attending his trainings since I was little, and I adored him. And he just gave me salary like $600. It wasn't bad at that point, but I had other clients, so for me it was enough. And I was working as a marketer, and I loved this job. And he invited me to do social media for him because I was doing my own social media, and I was successful in this. So I just filmed something awful, disgusting videos on my phone, but they had like 200,000 views, 500,000 views in 2011, 2012. It was good. So it wasn't time of bloggers like now. So I just like learned in jeans and CEO, and I was good in this. So that's how he invited me, and I loved my job. So I was doing it good. So very soon, all the market knew about me, and all the market wanted to work with me. So it was easy.
Oh, but that doesn't sound easy. You worked a lot.
Yeah, but when you're 20 years old, it's not a problem because some of my peers they spend this nighttime at discos at like they used to hang out, like to meet other like boys and girls, all this stuff. So I just spend this time differently, which I'm happy about because
Yeah.
when you after like in your 30s, it's
Yeah.
not that easy to work 20 hours
100%.
per day. If you're 20, like 17, 21,
Agree.
yeah, it's not a problem. So if you're watching this video and
Exactly.
you're young, so better invest your age, your age in your career, and then it's much more fun to hang out when you're studying and you have money and you can go wherever you want, any
Exactly.
country, any yacht, any like good company. So I'm glad that I switch these like processes because like how is it usual? You hang out, then you build in your career. I think more logical is to build your career and then hang out.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely agree with that. I did the same thing. Work the first part of my life is crazy, but then now you have all resources and or resources you need to have the life you want. I think that's a great advice because nowadays university is turned up to into this amusement parks, and I do not agree and I do not accept that because now if you are wasting that precious time when you have that much energy, just imagine working. When you say working 20 hours per day, you're not exaggerating though. I know that because when you're in your early 20s, you have so much energy.
I had 3 jobs. So in the morning, I was like waking up 5:30 a.m. and going to subway station where I was working as promoter. Then I went to university. I like had like A grades in university. It was very good in university, which was hard to have all A. Then I went like to my second job as a supervisor in the evening. And in the night, I took like 4 or 5 hours in the clubs and as a hostess, which is like pretty much the same as promoter. So, and I like coming back home 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I slept like couple hours, wake up and doing like my thesis in the subway on my way to my work, and it was okay. I never like
Yeah.
felt exhausted. So right now I can be exhausted.
Yeah, I know. Sleep 10 hours per day and oh no, it wasn't enough.
I'm not that a great. I'm not a great sleeper. I cannot sleep like more than 6-7 hours still. But also at that point, I didn't use something is not possible. For example, like when my first boss, big and famous speaker at that point, I was doing social media for him, and he asked me, it's something new on Google Ads. We asked one guy who's professional, to do this Google ad for us, and he didn't succeed. He just spent the money. Can you do it for us? I never heard what is Google Ads, but I told yes. He told, okay, tomorrow morning, so you do the campaign. So it was like, I used to live on Bali at that point. It was like 7 p.m. and he told, tomorrow morning, run the campaign. So till 2 a.m., from 7 till 2, I was watching like YouTube, not YouTube, Google. They gave like videos for new tool. At that point it was a new tool, so I was watching video like 5 hours in the morning. I just did this campaign. It was super successful.
Wow.
And if you don't know that some guy who was professional in traffic and he failed this, and you're doing this at first time, you don't know what is it enough. If your boss told you tomorrow morning though, so maybe it's enough. So
Yeah.
if he's asking, I can do this. So when you're young, like basically we are still young, but when you're a kid, I think I was a child, but a child in like in good terms, because I didn't know what is possible, what is not. I didn't know that I need to be exhausted till the end of the day. I was just living my best life.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And that's the great motivation. And we know now your point A. What's the point B? What do you think was the was or maybe is the like that pick of your career?
I don't know this yet.
I love that answer. Already
I
love it.
hope I don't know this yet. I'm still like on my way to it, but maybe like
I would say that. What is the result that you are happy with, like till now? Like the result that if someone will wake you up, you're like, because I did this, I'm very proud of myself.
I'm proud of myself that I went out the place I grew up in. So I don't want to delve very deep, but you just can imagine which kind of people live there.
Yeah, of
So
course.
like it's not like it's people who have addiction, serious kind of addiction, people who like drinking or other substances, people who like work, ladies who work
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
escort, but very cheap escort, and some of that people they like use their documents and become like sexual slaves. So and I saw this since my childhood, and it was my like kind of norm. I never saw something different. I'm really really proud that I went through this and I become a good person. So for me is the biggest point, but for sure I did a lot in my career. I remember the first time when I started like to earn $1 million per month. So I told my father, do you remember when I was a kiddo? I asked him, Father, can we like how much is 1 million grivnas? Grivnas it's like $1 is 40 grivnas. I asked my father, is it possible like to earn 1 million grivnas? He told, no, never in a lifetime. I mean, like if you earn in all your life, all your salaries and mom's salaries, and we never spend a penny, like a dollar, is it like possible? He told, no, ever. And I remember when I started to earn like 1 million per month, I was young, I was 20 and something, and I called my father and told, so can you imagine? It's not about grivnas, it's about dollars. So it was something, I felt something, not that much. I don't think it's about money. So mostly I'm proud that like I'm living healthy life. I'm living life full of joy, of friendship, full of love, of sense. So I'm working with the people, I'm changing their lives. So it's like the most important. So money is like a game. So you cannot spend like all the money, or basically you can, but since some point, like you mostly invest and spend, and it's not about money, it's about the impact you can do. So I think I'm proud. I have like over 2 million clients who like bought my courses, books, webinars, like I don't know, marathons, and I'm proud that like I did this impact. I know how many lives I've changed. So
2 million lives. You changed 2 million lives. I agree that it's not about $1 million. It's about millions of lives, because at the end of the day, we're on a mission. Like each person is on a mission, and you have a beautiful mission.
I'm not sure if I know my mission. I think that my word is flow. So I'm having this flow. I like, and I'm trying like to follow my heart. Like if I enjoy this moment or not.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And I know that you had one breaking point 2.5 years ago, almost 3, right?
Yeah.
When you started everything from scratch. How did that feel? Do you mind sharing that?
With my pleasure, because it's one of the things I'm proud the most, because when you get rich, let's call this, because for my relatives, for my friend, I was kind of rich. When you get rich so fast, like in your early 20s, everybody connecting this with like how lucky you are. And I felt like maybe they're right. Maybe it's not about me. I was bad in school. I never was a good child. So I never behaved well. I had like, in school, in university, I was good. But in school, I was like really bad. So I was thinking, maybe I'm just lucky. Like inside, it was always this thought. And when you think in this way, life will always give you a gift, like to prove yourself for yourself that
Yeah, I
you are
know.
who you
Yeah.
are. So it was war, so
Yeah.
obvious. I'm from Ukraine, and when the war happened, I used to have my business and investments in Ukraine and in Russia. So for sure, like I closed all the business in Russia because of it's obvious why, and I lost like a lot in Ukraine and because of war, obvious, and in Russia. And I went to United States, to Los Angeles. I arrived to Los Angeles. I met you those days, so I arrived with like nothing. I had all my cards blocked because like Russian cards they were blocked. In Ukraine, I had some money, but. It was the beginning of the war. First week, I've sent it like money to relatives, to people who I barely know. So and then I never had this situation for like last 15 years. I saw like zero balance, and I didn't knew at that point how I can do this money again, because like I closed the business. It is war who want like to sell something, like to
Yeah.
buy something in the war, and I came to Los Angeles like with no cards. I came to Los Angeles to open a business card, to open a company, because like I closed everything in Russia, and when the war like started, I went to Cyprus, to Europe. In Europe it's not that easy to open bank account, and my cards like didn't work, and the Ukrainian cards, they had, because of war, a lot of limits, like $1,000 per day, so I cannot do anything. So I went to Europe. It was not possible. It's a very long process to open company and bank account in Europe. And I went to United States. States is expensive, this guys.
We all know that.
And yeah, and I had no money, so I had just like 2 suitcases, and I packed them. I was thinking about this. I packed them with like Birkin, like diamonds, and I went to company to
Pawn
to
shop?
Real to company who like selling luxury goods. I sold like my Birkins, like I sold my diamonds on the Beverly Hills for a guy who traded jewelry. So it was my lucky me that I had this.
Yeah.
So
Those assets. Yeah. that
yeah,
you
and
then-
I started like my new life. I rented apartment. I started business for this money here, and now now I can tell about this. That at that point it was nightmare, but now I can tell that I did everything good. I'm proud of myself. That even going through depression, I was depressed. Like it's obvious, you losing people,
Of course.
you facing death, you like your family is unsafe, all your nation or your country is unsafe, and it wasn't about money. I lost everything, but when somebody is asking me how easy to be like millionaire, and then like to be with a zero in your pocket, it's nothing compare like when
To disasters.
yeah, when the people are dying. So it wasn't about money. I was depressed because like I lost my faith in humanity. I was thinking about like some bigger World War III and nuclear weapon, and I was so depressed. But I went through this, and I rebuilt everything step after step, and I used this disaster, as you told, for doing what I cannot do before. So I was into business, but I dream all the time to go into science, because I'm used to do a lot of science in the university, and I was thinking next year I will go, and next time I will do. So I evaluated all in my life, and I asked myself, if the God, if the destiny took away my business from me, I have so many opportunities, so free time, and can I do with this? What I was dreaming about? Okay, science. So I went to Columbia University. Now it's my second year,
Congratulations.
in
That's
Columbia. Then, like, what I was thinking about, I wanted like to do some in something in art. I did like project in art, so educational project in art. So I started to use this moment for me because everything is for us. So
Love it. I love that power story. And most of all, I love that you proved yourself, because I'm not a huge believer in luck. I don't believe in luck. I think that everything we have, good or bad, it comes for something. There is some consequences. I do not believe that we get lucky, because I don't know. You just told us that you worked for 20 hours when you could go and have fun at your early 20s. Is that a luck? I don't think so. But most of all, you had to prove that to yourself, that you are the one who brought yourself to that success at the first time, and now you did that again. That's actually powerful, and I think it's a powerful message for women, that even if you're influenced by someone that you got lucky, you still have a chance to prove yourself that you did it. And that's your achievements. And I'm very proud of you. I'm sitting here and thinking, how is that to lose all your system of support at the same time? And when I'm talking about system of support, it's not only family, relatives, friends. No, I'm talking about the inner system of support. Losing hope in humanity, it is losing that little bits of your system of support.
it's not a good feeling. So, but it's life, and like going through the war and coming to Ukraine. So now I'm like coming to Ukraine often. I visit my family and sleeping under the bombs, knowing that some of your friends dying, and you're losing some people who you used to know and used to love. It like I believe it made me a different person. So now, before I was a kiddo, before I was like, I still positive, but I positive in different way. I know that life is different. That like test is a part of life. So now I know this, like, and I think it's good for me. It's like it's not easy knowledge, not easy to get it, but it's how life is. So worse they are around us, and like it's true. I don't want to avoid like no, I'm not here, it's not exist, it's exist, and it's very like close. And I love the person who I became after this. So I love that I didn't give up, and I didn't give up myself. So for sure, if somebody went through something like this, it's much easier to build your like career, your family, everything in first time. But if you're doing this second time, after losing faith, after you having all of this, having this level of life or business of everything, to start from scratch is not that easy. You are not so enthusiastic. You don't have so much energy. You're thinking, oh no, again. So if somebody was divorced, because at that point I went through divorce.
Yeah,
So
that's the
I
huge
divorced
thing.
with, now I'm married again.
I know.
So
That's
yeah.
congrats.
Whoever like had divorce, they know that second time is not like first time you're thinking, oh no. Like first time you're so enthusiastic. It's till the end of our life. I will love you. I will do anything for you. Oh my gosh, I'm so much like in love. Second time, you're already thinking maybe we'll do a prenup. No, I don't want to like to divorce with you, but maybe it's life. So you're not swearing like this. Anything, anytime, whatever you do, like second time you're not that optimistic. You're more realistic, but it's good. It's good because to not lose faith in yourself, in love, in people after going through hard stuff, it have so much more value than if you do nothing and doing just this leap of faith. So it's just different feelings. And I believe the life is about feelings. So what we experience, and this is a great experience that I can be proud of myself. I can know that I'm not a blind believer in love. I just know how to go through like war, divorce, etc., and still experience love. So these feelings, I like these feelings. I believe that it's much more proper than the first love.
I love it. It's beautiful. And unfortunately, our show comes to the end. And I have two last questions for you, very quick. First one, will the American market, English-speaking market experience, and when it will experience one of your genius marketing products?
I already had a master group, so we had this experience. So it's already exists. So that, but the next time, I don't know. So now we have some plans like for family, like to grow up a bit bigger. So I don't know. I'm not doing these plans, but it will be.
Amazing. And the last one, what is empowerment for you?
It's a great question. So I think empowerment, wow, it's so deep because sometimes we use in words and different people gives different meanings for them. For me, it's being in the moment, in the flow, in your connection with other people, with doing something meaningful. Just don't have like doing something good. So
Thank you so
thank
much.
you so
Thank you
much.
for your time. Thank you for coming.
It was great, and thank you for your podcast
Thank you.
and for your story.
Thank you again. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching us, and I'll see you in a week.